All right, this bathtub has seen better days. You got discoloration, stains, marks, scratches. Honestly, it makes the whole bathroom look old. Today, I'm gonna show you how I refinished this bathtub using Easy Rolls Bathtub Refinishing Kit so your bathtub looks clean, fresh, and brand new without spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a brand new bathtub. So if you've ever thought about doing this yourself but felt intimidated, I'll walk you through every step of the process so you know what to expect. But before we get our hands dirty, let's go through all the materials we're going to need to refinish this bathtub.
Every Easy Roll kit comes with an instructional brochure, 2 sets of A and B bottles, and 2 sets of mixers that will make 2 coats of epoxy. You'll also find a QR code on the brochure that will lead to full written instructions and videos in both English and Spanish. What's not included but will be needed are scouring scrub pads, toilet bowl cleaner that contains hydrochloric acid such as Lysol power cleaning gel, abrasive cleaner like Ajax or Comet, 80 grit sandpaper, tack cloth, isopropyl alcohol that's 91% or higher, painter's tape, masking paper, painting trays, caulk scraper, 4 to 6 inch mini shed resistant high density foam rollers and roller frame, bristle paintbrush, protective gloves, and eyewear.
Now that we've gone over all the materials, let's start the preparation work. So the first step of the preparation process is to remove old caulk and silicone around the bathtub edges, whether it's around the floor, around the tiles, or around the shower door, but they'll all have to be removed before we can move on to the sanding process.
I only have caulk along the edges where the tub and sliding door meet, so I'm using a flat scraper blade and a caulk scraper to remove it. After all the caulk is removed, I put on my protective gloves and begin the wet sanding process using a spray bottle to wet the tub, then sand using the 80 grit sandpaper. I make sure to give every inch and corner of the tub a thorough pass with the sandpaper.
Now we're going to apply some Ajax cleaner onto this to do a little scrubbing with a scuff pad.
I apply a generous amount of Ajax covering most of the tub, and I use a spray bottle to wet and activate the cleaner. After a thorough scrub, I rinse the cleaner, then I follow with another round of wet sanding. A thorough scuffing is essential for proper adhesion. Next, I wash the tub down, then I dry before I move on to the acid etching step.
All right, we're almost through the preparation process. Got one more cleaner we need to put on, and it's with the hydrochloric cleaner. The cleaner we're using here is Lysol. Okay, you're just going to apply the soap everywhere. Be very generous here. Make sure all the layers going on. Get your protective gloves, of course, and make sure you wear eye protection as well. I need to put some on here, so I'll just put some on my hand. Wipe it on here. After pouring on the hydrochloric acid cleaner, you want to scrub it down one more time with a scouring pad. And after you're done scrubbing it, we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes.
After scrubbing, rinse off all the cleaner in the tub.
One more sanding step here before we move on to the painting part. All right, one final wash, and we're done with the cleaning process.
Now that the cleaning and acid etching is done, I need to make sure the tub is completely dried. If you happen to have a portable blower, this would be a good tool to use to speed up the drying process.
Next up, what we're gonna do is use isopropyl alcohol, and it must be 91% proof or higher to make sure that we remove any residual moisture left inside the tub. Next, we're going to use tape to tape the edges to areas where we don't want any of the epoxy to get onto tiles, the floor, and also the shower doors.
After taping around the tiles and the shower door, I extend protection of the floor using masking paper. Cover the faucet and the shower head with a plastic bag and I secure it with tape to prevent water drops from falling during the process. And lastly, I tape the drain plug and the drain. To get clean coverage over the drain without touching the tub, I chase over the edge of the drain with a blade.
After taping everything down, the next step is to use a tack cloth to wipe up or pick up all this lint that's in the tub.
Tack cloths are a sticky wiping cloth that help pick up lint, dust, or tiny particles.
Now we're ready to apply the epoxy. We're going to mix these two solutions together by putting part B into part A and stir it for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now we're going to mix the solution for 5 to 10 minutes, making sure we scrape the sides for a nice thorough mix. Now that we have a nice mixture, go ahead and pour this in the tray.
To prevent lint from getting into the epoxy, I make several passes with the roller over a strip of tape. Now it's time to roll on some epoxy. The goal is not to over soak the tub because it will cause the epoxy to separate and form droplets. In situations where there is a pool of epoxy, simply spread them out to achieve a thin, even coat. For corners, applying pressure into the corner with a foam roller should suffice. However, if the foam roller is not effective or the corners are tight, a bristle paintbrush can be used, but there are risks of the bristle hair pulling out into the epoxy, which can be removed with a tweezer. So we got our first coat on, and you can already see the bright glossy finish.
After about 45 minutes, we're going to go ahead and remove all the tape so it doesn't dry onto the epoxy.
At this point, the epoxy is still wet, so be careful as you remove the tape. I'm pulling up and away to avoid making contact with the coat. Just be ready if the tape decides to retract.
Now that we waited for at least 12 hours for the first coat to dry, we can go ahead and tape the edges again before we start the second coat.
I'm essentially repeating the process from when I tape to when I paint. Make sure to use a tack cloth in case any dust or lint falls into the tub during the 12 plus hours of curing time. One thing I learned from the first coat that will help spread the epoxy more evenly is to use a new roller after coating the tub and then dry rolling it to spread out any pools of epoxy. It's also recommended to replace the roller if it starts looking worn or over soaked and soft, because the epoxy will pull the foam over time, causing small foam particles to get stuck in the coat of epoxy.
All right, we did it. We got our final coat on. We're going to repeat the same process where we wait 45 minutes before we take off the tape. And after 24 hours, it's ready for light use.
And that's it. This tub went from worn and outdated to clean and refreshed without the cost of replacing it. If you're a homeowner trying to improve your space without spending a fortune, this is a project you can absolutely do.